There was a cartographer who hated getting lost, not because streets were dangerous, because uncertainty felt like a knife. So he drew. At first, the map was a tool, a guide, a mercy. Then the map got better, sharper, cleaner, more comforting than the city itself. He stopped walking the real streets. He walked the paper. He traced his finger along ink roads and felt safe. When the city changed, he did not update his feet. He updated the map, and slowly, without noticing, he began correcting the city. Not with bricks, with attention. He would stare at a corner until it felt like the map again. He would recheck a sign until it stopped feeling strange. He would stand still until the world behaved. One night, fog rolled in. He had his perfect map. He had his perfect certainty, and he still got lost. Because the map was no longer describing the city. It replaced it. That is the glass lens. Not madness. A safety map that got promoted to king. This is door 2. Why fighting the feeling makes it worse? If you have the glass lens feeling, you already know they move. You check. You check your thoughts. You check your body. You check the room. You check your own checking. You try to confirm you are real. You try to confirm the world is stable. You try to confirm the feeling will stop. And every time you do it, the lens tightens. Door 1 gave you the first keys. Name the lens. 6 breaths, touch reality. 3 echo rule. If then ward. Door 2 is the mechanism. Plain language. No sermons. Here it is. The feeling is not the enemy. The fight is the fuel, the trap, the guard that never sleeps. The glass lens usually shows up when the system is strained. Stress, sleep loss, a run of anxiety, too much caffeine, too much isolation, too much social threat, too much control hunger. Your nervous system does what it was built to do. It tightens. And when it tightens, it starts monitoring. Not living, monitoring. Monitoring sounds responsible. It feels like safety. But it has a hidden cost. Monitoring turns your attention into a spotlight aimed at you. Are my thoughts normal? Is my body okay? Does this look real? Do I feel real? Why do I feel weird? Am I losing it? That is the trap. Because every one of those questions carries a secret message. Something might be wrong. Even if you whisper it. Even if you do it calmly. Even if you call it self-awareness. The system hears the same thing. Threat. So it turns up the guard. And the guard makes the world feel stranger. Then you monitor harder. You are trying to get certainty from the same machine that manufactures the doubt. That is why fighting the feeling makes it worse. Because your fight is attention. And attention is the payment the lens feeds on. The mechanism. Reality feeling is a safety model. Let me say it clean. The feeling of reality is built. It is not a raw feed. Your brain does not simply receive the world. It predicts the world. Then it matches what comes in against its prediction. Most days you do not notice. Because the match is smooth, so the world feels solid, automatic, unquestioned. That smoothness is not truth. It is a safety signal. It is your system saying, nothing urgent is happening. We can run on autopilot. Now watch what stress does. Stress changes your priorities. It says, scan for danger. Scan for mistakes. Scan for what could go wrong. So the system turns inward. It starts tracking your own thoughts, your own heartbeat, your own breathing, your own sense of self. That is self-monitoring. And self-monitoring is not neutral. Because to monitor is to suspect. Even if you do not mean to. Even if you are trying to be rational. Even if you are trying to fix it. You keep asking the system, is something wrong? And the system answers, if you keep asking, there probably is. So it tags the moment as significant. It raises the alarm level. It makes you feel the edges of your own consciousness. That can feel like unreality, or disconnection, or glass between you and everything, or being slightly outside your body, or watching yourself from behind your eyes. Then comes the reflex. You check again. You look for proof that you are real. You look for proof that the world is stable. You look for proof that you are safe. But that checking is the same signal. Threat? So the loop forms. Stress increases monitoring. Monitoring increases threat tagging. Threat tagging thickens the lens. The lens triggers more monitoring. This is why reassurance does not work for long, because reassurance becomes another check, another scan, another demand for certainty. And the system learns a brutal lesson. I must keep checking to survive. That is the cartographer living in the map. So what do? You do not argue with the lens. You do not wrestle the feeling. You do not chase perfect certainty. You cut the monitor. The ritual, the monitor cut. This is the tool for door 2. Simple, repeatable, fast. It is called the monitor cut. You are not trying to prove anything. You are not trying to feel perfect. You are not trying to erase the sensation. You are demoting the guard back to its proper job. Step 1. Name the monitor. Say it plainly. That is the monitor. Not the lens. Not the world. The monitor. If you want a second line, use this. The monitor is loud today. That name matters because it separates you from the process. It turns a fog into a thing. Step 2. 6 breaths. Not 5. Not 10. 6. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Count them. This is not relaxation theater. This is a state switch. Step 3. Object facts. Pick one object near you. Any object. A mug, a door handle, a key, a jacket sleeve, and a phone. A lamp. Now state 3 facts about it. Only facts. No meaning, no story. It is cold. It has edges. It is heavier than my finger. It is smooth. It is red. It makes a dull sound when I tap it. It is there even if I stop thinking about it. It has a shadow. It reflects light. These facts are anchors. They pull attention out of self-checking and into shared reality. Step 4. One micro-action. One small act that proves agency without debate. Stand up. Drink water. Wash your hands. Open a window. Change the light. Step outside for 10 seconds. Put both feet on the floor and press down. Do it once. Small. Clean. Finished. That micro-action tells the nervous system one thing. I can move. I am not trapped in the question. That is the monitor cut. Name the monitor. 6 breaths. Object facts. 1 micro-action. Then you return to your door 1 chain. Touch reality. Texture. Temperature. Weight. Use the 3 echo rule. If the monitor repeats the same question 3 times, you do not answer it. You perform the cut again and set the if-then ward. If I feel the urge to check, then I cut the monitor first. Then I act. Not think, not debate. Act. The guard learns fast. The glass lens is trained by repetition, not by logic. Every time you monitor, you teach the system that monitoring is necessary. Every time you perform the cut, you teach the system the opposite. You teach it. We do not need to scan to survive. We can return to contact. We can return to movement. The goal is not to win an argument with your mind. The goal is to stop feeding the loop. Sometimes the lens fades quickly. Sometimes it lingers. Do not make that your test. Your test is simpler. Did I cut the monitor? Or did I obey the question? That is initiation, not comfort. One more important thing. If you treat the glass lens like a monster, it becomes a monster, because fear is also attention. Treat it like a guard who got promoted too high. Demoted. Again and again. Safety. This is education, not treatment, and if this is constant or terrifying, get professional support. Ceiling. the vow for the next day. Here is your vow for the next 24 hours. When the monitor speaks, I perform the cut before I obey the question. Not after. Before. You are not trying to be fearless. You are trying to be unbuyable. Unbuyable by the urge to check. Unbuyable by the demand for certainty. Unbuyable by the loop that turns attention into a cage. You are the cartographer who puts the map down and walks the actual street. Door 3 is where you stop wrestling the lens and start steering it. If this stirred something you can't quite put back to sleep, that's your cue. Step into the next layer with my book, Mental Magic for the Modern Magician. Remaining sovereign in a world that wants your soul. It's written to help you cut invisible strings and start running the ritual yourself. Then grab the free ritual guide and watch the initiation playlist to go deeper. Links are waiting below. Until next time.